today's video is going to be kind of different, and that's because I wanted to kind of do a sit down and talk video. Basically, I'm in the mood to talk today. I just got back yesterday from my New York vacation and it was so much fun. I just had 2 full days in New York, so it was a really rushed trip, but it was a really great trip. So I wanted to kind of talk about that with you. But also when I came home to a shipment of stuff that I ordered from Ulta, so I wanted to share. So this video is going to be a New York update / Ulta haul. So hopefully I don't ramble on about New York for too long so that I can get to the stuff without this video being 30 minutes long. So with no more delays, let's get into it. So basically the reason I got to go to New York is because my parents told me, they were trying to keep it a secret from me because if you don't know, I went to school for musical theater. I am a musical theater major. I graduated with my BFA in musical theater, so I am obsessed with musical theater. And they were gonna go to New York without me. And once somebody spilled the beans and I was like, well wait, Mom, she kind of worked it out so that me and my sister and my brother could all come. So on Thursday night we got in kind of late. I think we got to our hotel by like 9 p.m. So we met up with my parents, we had dinner, and that was pretty much it. I took a bath and went to bed. Travel day always exhausts me. I hate it so much. And I knew I only had 2 days in New York, so I really didn't want to spend half of the next day sleeping in because I was tired because I went out or something. So I like made a decision. I'm gonna go upstairs, I'm gonna get in the bath, get in bed, and sleep so I can like wake up maybe at a normal time. The next day I woke up around 9, which was 6 my time, but I didn't feel super sleepy, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get up and get ready and go meet up with my parents because they live in North Carolina, so they're on East Coast time already, so this was just like an easy trip for them, an hour plane ride, and so they weren't exhausted. My sister stayed behind, but I went and met up with my parents. We did some walking around Times Square, and we went into like the Disney store and just passed some cool things that I wanted to see. But then my dad surprised me and he got me Phantom of the Opera tickets for that night. And the reason why that was such a big deal is because number one, Phantom of the Opera is my all-time favorite musical, and don't make fun of me for that. I know a lot of people look down on Phantom of the Opera or they think it's stupid, but I think the people that don't like it don't understand it. And I grew up loving it. My dad absolutely loves it, so I grew up seeing it like once a year every time I would come to the Pantages here in LA. And I've seen it on Broadway, I think maybe just once before. This was my second time seeing it on Broadway, which I know that sounds weird. The other major reason this was a huge deal is because my favorite leading lady on Broadway of all time is starring in it right now as Christine Daae, which is the lead girl. And if you're a fan of the Phantom of the Opera, on Netflix they have the 25th anniversary performance that they did in London, and Andrew Lloyd Webber handpicked her to be Christine in that televised and filmed production, and you can watch it on Netflix, you can stream it, and I am absolutely obsessed with that performance. Like it's perfect in every single way. I'm so pleased with everything in that. So after seeing her do that on like TV, like in the theater and stuff, I was just taken aback. I've seen her on Broadway before, I think back in like 2008 or 2009 when she was Ariel in The Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid the musical was like one of my favorite things, and she was a real big inspiration for me to actually take the leap and go to musical theater school. So I'm just such a huge fan of hers. Like she's my #1, and she was there doing it. So if you can't tell like how obsessed I am, like it was really cool for me to be able to see her doing that. My favorite musical, my favorite ingenue, and it was just really cool. Another cool thing about it is that there was the first African-American Phantom on Broadway, Norm Lewis, and if you are into musical theater, you know that Norm Lewis is a big deal, and I love Norm Lewis. My second favorite musical is Sideshow, and he has a big part in that. He also has a part in Little Mermaid the musical, and he was just in Porgy and Bess, which was really good, and he's just great. So to be honest, without getting too into details, he wasn't my favorite Phantom I've ever seen, but it was really cool to hear his very unique voice sing the songs that I know and love so well, and he sounded great. he wasn't bad at all. He just wasn't my favorite Phantom, if that makes sense. So it was so cool to be able to go and do that, and we had really cool seats. I felt like I had the best seat in the whole house because we were in the orchestra. We were in the last row of the orchestra all the way at the end, and it was kind of like they kind of go in towards the stage, and I was sitting on the very end, like right at the stage, and there was nothing obstructing my view, so I could see Sierra perfectly, and it was just so cool. And if you ever have watched that Kristen Bell interview on the Ellen show when she's talking about the sloth at her birthday party, and she says if she's not in between a 3 or a 7 on the emotional scale, she's crying, I am the same. And the show starts with kind of an auction scene in the future past when the Phantom of the Opera takes place. If you don't know, it kind of revolves around the chandelier falling, and so they're auctioning off the chandelier, and it's like this huge covered up thing. I got a cool picture of it, so I'll insert it when what you see when you walk into the theater. And it's just this covered up thing, and they auction it off, and then they rip the things apart and they like hoist it up, so it's on the stage, and then it kind of goes up literally above the audience, and that's when they do the da, 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 and I'm just like sobbing. Like, live orchestras too are like one of my favorite things, and playing my favorite music, and it was the best experience ever. And look, I got this cute shirt. I feel like I killed 2 birds with 1 stone because I didn't get my I Heart New York shirt. I got this shirt that says New York, but it has the Phantom mask on it too. So, and it's so soft. I got like an extra large so I can sleep in it. Cool thing about Broadway is they have stage doors, so afterwards you can go wait outside and hope that your favorite star is going to come out of the stage door. So me and Katie, my sister, were on a mission. And it was funny because we ran out. I ran one way trying to find it. She ran another way. She's like, I'm going to go ask an usher. So she went in. She's like, where's the stage door? And I was just like lost in a crowd of people. And all I hear her say is, Amy! West 45th Street! So I just take off running. We eventually meet up, and we were like the first ones in line at the stage door. And it wasn't, Phantom didn't have a typical stage door where they have like the line and like they can come out and sign. It's just literally the stage door where they have no other choice to exit, so they're gonna have to come see me. Sierra came out pretty quickly, and I was so excited, and she signed my playbill. Seen here, I got Raoul's, Norm Lewis's, and Sierra's autograph on my playbill. I usually don't care about these things, but she signed it, so I'm gonna keep it forever. And we got a cool picture too, so I'll insert that too. And then we also waited for Norm Lewis for like 45 minutes, which was ridiculous. But I understand because he had all that Phantom gross makeup on, so it took him a while to get out there, but we waited, we got his signature too, and it was just the best night ever. So after that, it was like midnight once we were done with that. We just walked home and went back to bed. But it was a dream come true for me to see her do it, and I'm gonna remember it for the rest of my life. So then the next day, we were unsure what we were doing. One of my best friends from high school, his name is Michael, he moved there about a year ago, and he is a family friend of the whole family, so he was going to join us for the day, and we weren't sure what we were going to do, so we met up with us, and we decided to go to the Jeff Koons exhibit because my sister really wanted to do it. She's really into Lady Gaga, and he like sculpted her. I didn't know who Jeff Koons was before I went to this. Apparently that Michael Jackson statue of him and his monkey bubbles that he like sat for while Jeff Koons, I don't know if he sat for like a picture or like sat while he was actually sculpting the piece, but apparently it's like a big deal, and once I saw a picture of it I was like, I want to go see this. So that was at the Whitney on the Upper East Side, so I was forced to take the subway. I do not like the subway because it's underground and it's shaky and it's dark and it just scares me, so I wasn't thrilled about that, but we only rode it for 2 stops, so I was like, okay, I can do this. So we did that. We ended up actually walking through Central Park to go to a Shake Shack, which was really exciting because I am the cheeseburger queen of the US, and every time somebody's like, have you tried Shake Shack? I'm like, no, I haven't, I've just never gone. So I was really excited to have tried it because it's like the equivalent to In-N-Out here, and it was so good. I got pretty much the exact same thing, and it tasted kind of the same, a little bit like moister, if that makes sense. I still prefer my In-N-Out, but the cool thing about Shake Shack is they have ice cream and shakes and these thing called concretes, and my whole family loved it, and Michael was excited to go because he loved it, and it was really fun. And then after that we rode over in a cab to the Whitney, which had the Jeff Koons exhibit. I'm not quite, oh no, I do know what the Whitney is. It's a art museum where they only display American artists, which I thought was cool. Michael was teaching us all about this, so we had to wait in line for a little bit, but it was totally worth the wait. I was kind of being bitchy about going to it because I would have rather like gone to see the Statue of Liberty or something, but I knew it meant a lot to my sister, so I was like, okay, let's just do it. and I'm really glad that we went. I think like a couple of his like famous pieces are that huge, it's like a dog balloon animal, and it's ginormous. And I think his thing is that he makes, there was a lot of inflatable looking things that were made out of metal, and it blew my mind. I was like, wait, that's not a blow-up doll, that's made out of bronze? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, there's no way, but I couldn't touch it. But there was about 4 floors full of just cool things to see, and I don't even know, I didn't understand most of it, but I took pictures of everything because like the huge statues just looked so cool. Some of the stuff is a little X-rated, so if you're gonna go, I recommend, you know, going with people who would be okay with that. Luckily my parents are very open and we don't care, and you know, not everything was X-rated, but there was definitely some of his peen in some pictures, and I was like, whoa. Whoa, Jeff Koons, please. But the coolest thing was to see that Michael Jackson and Bubbles statue. I have a lot of pictures that I'm sure I'll be inserting while I'm talking here, but that was my favorite thing. And yeah, so that was really, really cool. I'm glad we did that. After that, we went back to the room, kind of recharged, and got ready for dinner, which we went to Del Frisco's, which is my all-time favorite steak restaurant. I love red meat, which I know is weird for like a girl to say. I feel like most girls are like, oh, I just don't like red meat that much. I could eat it all day, every day. I love red meat. So a good piece of steak is key, and we went to Del Frisco's. It's one of our favorite places. They have one where my parents live as well. There aren't any in LA, so I can't go here, but I got to have a really good steak with really good mushrooms and potatoes, and it was so good. And then after that, we went to see Hedwig, which is the reason we went. I knew nothing about the show when I had my tickets, when my parents bought us our tickets, and then I watched the Tony Awards and I saw the performance, and I had no idea. I'm not gonna like ruin the musical or anything, but if you don't want to know anything about it, I would suggest skipping ahead a little bit because I am gonna get a little bit into it. Neil Patrick Harris plays a woman who's had a sex change, and the Angry Inch is her band, but also her I don't know how to say it. It's her band, but it's also what's left down there after her botched sex change. So it's an Angry Inch. And that's all I knew going into it. I also knew that the person who plays the other significant person in the band, who is a boy, is played by a woman. And I saw that on the Tonys as well. And they both won in their categories for Best Actor in a Musical and Best Supporting Actress in a Musical, so I was really excited. I mean, I love Neil Patrick Harris, who doesn't? I'm a huge How I Met Your Mother fan, or I was before the finale, but I'm a huge Neil Patrick Harris fan, and I know that he's a beast and can sing like no other, so I was really, really excited to see him do this, and it was really cool. It's the most interesting show I've ever seen live, and regardless of how you feel about the story and how you feel about the musical overall, Neil Patrick Harris is very good at doing what he has to do in it, and it's cool to see him do it. So I was just really, really happy that I got to see him do it. This is what the playbill looks like. He's got his glittery makeup on, and it was just really, really cool. He licks the stage, he kissed a stranger on the mouth. It was really, really cool. I personally liked it. Everybody in my family liked it, but I can see why people wouldn't like it, people who aren't so open to that kind of thing. And the first line of the show was, like it or not, here's Hedwig. And I liked that, and I'm very happy that I got to see it while he's doing it. I know that Andrew Reynolds is taking over for him, and I'm happy that I got to see Neil Patrick Harris do it, and it was really, really cool. Okay guys, so that is all I wanted to touch on my New York trip. I hope that you liked this kind of sit down and talk video. I was just in the mood to talk about it because I had such a good weekend, and yeah, I wanted to tell you guys about it. I got some questions about it, and I knew I told you guys I was going, so I thought maybe some of you would be curious. But now for the second part of the video, even though I just talked about Phantom of the Opera for probably 45 minutes, I made an online order with Ulta before I left for 2 specific reasons, and yeah, so I ordered a few things and I'm going to share them with you now. The main reason I ordered online is because these were only available online at Ulta so far, and these are the new EOS lip balms, and if you can tell, they're striped and they're so cute, and they're new flavors, so that's why I was really excited. I am a huge fan of EOS lip balms, so whenever there's like a new flavor or different packaging or something limited edition, I always pick it up. I don't know if these are limited edition or not, but they're really cool. The first one is, this one is mint vanilla, which I love that flavor combo, and it's just really cute. I haven't tried this one yet, but it smells like it's gonna be really nice, and it's awesome. I just got some on my nose. And the next one is coconut milk, and this one I actually put on immediately, and it's so nice. I don't know if these formulas are any different because of the stripes, but they're really, really nice, and I'm really excited about it. I want to smell it. It smells so good. Oh, that smells great. So I'm really excited about those. I don't know where you can get them. I will link them down below. Now, one of you lovely viewers told me that the Nivea Kiss of Milk and Honey lip balm is not discontinued. It was just being reformulated. So I ordered one, and it has different packaging. So I'm really excited that it's not discontinued. This is the Nivea A Kiss of Milk and Honey Soothing Lip Care Lip Balm. It has a little bit of different packaging. I love this stuff. I haven't tried the new formula yet. I have to wait until I use up the other one that I'm using, but once I try it, I will let you guys know. I was also having trouble finding this in stores, so I thought while I'm ordering online, I'll just order this. And I had a 20% off coupon, which is great. I got one of the new Maybelline color tattoos from the leather collection, and this one is called Vintage Plum, and it's just a very nice matte plummy color. I know you can't really see it. I love the color tattoos. I think they're great. I haven't tried any of the leather lines, but I like that this has no shimmer in it, so ooh, it's nice. I just think this cool plummy purple color will be cool for me, and yeah, so I wanted to try it, so I ordered it while I was making a purchase. The Rimmel Moisture Renew lipsticks have been reformulated, which I don't know if I'm crazy about yet because I haven't actually tried these on my lips. The ones before they were reformulated are my favorite lipstick formulation ever. Ew, there's something really gross on my balcony. Anyway, so they reformulated them. They smell close to the same, but there's something a little bit different, which upsets me. And the packaging is a little bit different. I preferred the other packaging, but with the new formula comes new colors, so I was excited about that. This first one is called In Love with Ginger, which I'm practically a ginger, so I thought this might look good on me. It's this kind of orangey red color. They smell so good. Let's swatch this. Ooh, yeah, I like that a lot. I think that'll look okay on me. Yeah, that was very creamy and nice, so I guess we'll see once I actually put them on my lips how I feel. But I got that one, and then I also got Let's Get Naked, which I liked that name. And I looked up swatches for this, and it was a very like pinky nude color that I think I can pull off, and it's really pretty. It's nice. It's kind of like a close to a Your Lips But Better color, but maybe a little bit darker than my lips. But I think that both of those should look okay on me, but we shall see. And I forgot, but before I left, I also cashed in some Birchbox points, and I got this Posy Balm that I've been wanting to try. I got this Posy Balm from Benefit. I've been wanting to try these. These are the Hydrating Tinted Lip Balms, and they're very sheer. I went to Ulta to like swatch them on my hand to see which one I actually would buy, but then I just went to Birchbox and cashed in free points. Sorry. First of all, look how cute this packaging is. It's kind of like a very pink rose gold, and it has little flowers on it, and I thought this color would suit me best. That's kind of like a corally pink. It's very sheer. It's going to be really nice. You probably can't even see that, but I think this would be good for me for the rest of the summer. Kind of just like a nice light wash of pink on my lips, so I'm really excited to try that. This smells nice too. Okay guys, that is it. I'm gonna let you go now. I probably kept you for maybe 20 minutes, but hopefully not once I edit this. But thank you for watching. I hope you guys will subscribe so I can see you again soon if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday with my favorites of the month. And yeah, I'll see you then. Bye!